Again, this is optional. I get the reason we're saying it's optional is we're not going to test you on it. And the reason for a lot of students really they're not going to move beyond, just this basic introduction to math. But again, for students thinking about moving into a STEM related career, right? It's in your interest to learn to use a computer algebra system. And the system I'm promoting here is Sage. So if you click on this link over here, it'll bring you to the Sage website. And on the Sage website, you can click this CoCalc Instant Sage worksheet. You can open up a Sage worksheet if you like. I like to do a new one. And I'm going to open the Sage worksheet. If you do that, you get something that looks like a Word document process, a word processing document. You type in the commands. Just remember shift return. It's going to command it. Now, I don't like using this because I'll be honest with you. The number one reason I don't like using is I'm using somebody else's computer to do a computation. And I have my own computer. I want to do the computation on my computer. So I'm going to close this out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run these commands on what's known as a terminal application. I'm actually running Sage on my computer. All right. So reset. Now, if you're online, you're doing it through the internet, you got to do shift return. I'm on my own computer, so just return. So x equals a variable. What does this do? It defines x as a variable. And then I'm going to type in the function. And what does it say? F of x is equal to x squared minus 3. You must use the star, otherwise it'll be confused. Let me show you that. You see it got confused, that error message? Let me do it again. 3 star x plus 1. Okay. F of minus 1, I can do that. I don't need a computer for that, by the way. At 5, I could do h as a variable now. I think you probably know where this is going. Something to do related to what we've talked about. And we've seen this when we did a difference quotient, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, expand. Maybe what expand does, it kind of like expands things out, combines like terms, makes it as simple as possible. All right, so I'm going to type what they want. You know what? A lot of students really have a tough time typing. So what you may want to do is copy paste. If you do a copy paste though, at least read what you copy pasted. And I'm going to point out, if I were to read that, it looks like what they're doing is a difference quotient. Well, I think we've done that one before. Or maybe you've done that one before. Who knows? It looks very familiar to me. All right, let's do a more complicated one. This one over here. Again, I'm doing a copy paste. Again, if you're doing copy paste, I do recommend at least read it. It's a polynomial, degree 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. What are they going to do now? Well, this is something, they're going to plot it. Let me go to that. I'm doing a copy paste again. And I want to see what happens and what they do, they plot it out. As I look at the plot though, I got a good idea that I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 x-intercepts, 1 y-intercept. I'm going to say it's increasing here. It's decreasing here. It's increasing here. The other one I pointed out, this is a relative maximum over here somewhere, and this would be the relative minimum over here somewhere. All right, that's a picture. Now someone's going to say that would take me forever to do by hand. Maybe. It shouldn't take you that long. All right. Maybe it's going to take you some time, but it shouldn't take you that long. All right, let's keep going. And I'm going to do this one over here. And this one, you might say, what does this thing do? Well, I do want to read it to you, but I'm doing a copy paste. It says find the root. Now, what's the root's next intercept? Now, it says between -5 and 0. Let me go back to the picture. Oh, I'm sorry, I closed it. I got to do that again. I'm sorry. And let me just get the plot again. I apologize for getting rid of it. It's right over there. So they say there's a root between -5 and 0. I just don't know what it is. I'm going to say it looks about -4 point something, but I don't know exactly. All right, let me go back to my Sage, and this says find the root between -5 and 0. And it's going to do it. And what does it say? It's about -4.44, blah, 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 blah. It found the root. All right. Now let's do the next one. It says find the root between 10 and 15. You get the idea? It wants this root over here. We're looking at it. What do I notice? About 11, 12, about 12 point something. All right, let me type that in for you. Find the root between 10 and 15. And I said 12 point something, right? Let's see what happens. There it is, 12 point something. Right, you can see the power of Sage, by the way, right? Let's find the other one, okay? Find root. And type that in, okay? Whoops, I spelled wrong, didn't I? Find the root of the function f of x that we defined. Oh boy, I'm really screwing up. Where do I want to find that root? I'm looking at the other one. It looks like, I don't know, if I'm looking at it, it looks about 1 to me. I'm not saying it is 1. It looks like 1. All right? So what am I going to say? I'm going to say probably, I don't know. I'm going to find that root between 0 and 2. Get the idea. I'm learning, right? Yeah, it looked like 1, but it wasn't 1. It was what? A little bit below 1. But I really can't see that by looking at that picture. And that's what's known as an artifact. I really can't see it. Okay? I'm thinking it's 1, but it's not 1. I could have tested it, but it's not. That's good. All right? Let's do the other one. And I want to just communicate to you what we're doing over here. I'm copy pasting. Before I do that, though, I want to look at the picture and understand what are they doing. Did I do it again? Give me a second here. Yeah, I think I got rid of the picture again. Give me 1 second. Oh, no, it's right there. I'm sorry. I got confused. So find the local maximum of f of x between -5 and 0. So I'm going to say it's over here somewhere. Now, if I were looking at it, I would say, kind of looking at it, I would say it looks like it would occur at -2. And the value would be, well, you know what? I got to be really concerned about. That's 500, isn't it? So I'm going to say about 100. Let's take a look, see what it does. So what does it say? It's 104. That's the maximum value. I was saying 100 when I look at the picture, right? And then it looks like it occurred about at -2. That's what they're saying over here. Again, it's good to understand what you're typing in and what's given back to you. All right, let's do the local minimum. Give me 1 second, all right? I'll get my picture back. I want to put the local minimum, looking at it over here somewhere. I'm going to say looking at it, I'm going to say, roughly speaking, it looks around the number 8 to me. This is rough. I'm not saying it's right. And what does the Y value look like? Maybe -400. All right, let me go to my command prompt. Again, you can do this online too. And what does it tell me? Oh, I did the same thing twice. Sorry about that. So again, I want to go back to the picture for you. So I found the local minimum. Again, when I'm looking at it, I'm going to say it looks around, let's see, around here. I'm going to say around 8. And this over here looks about -400. We're looking at it, what is it? It's -396. And it's not really 8, but it's damn close to it. 7.9999. We're really close to 8. Looking at my picture, it looks pretty good. All right. So the other things that we've done, and again, I know this is overwhelming to students. We're not going to test you on it, but this is going to be a piecewise function f. All right, let me copy it, and I'll read that to you as we go through it. Let me clear, and let me type that in for you, and I'm going to read it to you. And what does it say? It says f is now defined as a piecewise function. It says between 0 and 1, it's a line x. It says between 1 and 3, it's a line 2 minus x. We'll look at the picture later. It says between 3 and 4, it's a line x minus 4. Let me hit the return, and someone says nothing happened. You're right, nothing happened. What I want to do now is I want to show the picture. Again, don't be overwhelmed. I realize this is overwhelming for some students. They want to show, they want to show a plot of f between 0 and 4, and where the figure size is blah, blah, blah. Let's not worry about it so much. Let's just show it, see what happens. There we go. I got it. I want to tell you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a picture of f. What's f? Between 0 and 1, it's a line y equals x. Well, I see that. Between 1 and 3, it's a line 2 minus x. I see that. And between 3 and 4, it's a line x minus 4. And I see that line segment. All right, not bad. We can do that. You can learn by retyping code, by the way, and using it on other examples. All right. Again, for some students, this is absolutely overwhelming. You're getting your feet wet. Don't panic, though. Try to do something. Try to look at the code. Try to make sense out of it. Coding is an important aspect of a STEM-related career. Thank you.